what's up? It's your boy Dynasty back again for another Mortal Kombat 1 MK Uno video. Looking like a poodle today, so bear with my crazy hair. But got for you guys an update in regards to a few things of note. For starters, Ed Boon pretty much came out and confirmed that we almost got John Wick in MK1. They tried to get the licensing rights for Keanu for MK Uno, and plans didn't happen. They fell through. So John Wick will not be in Mortal Kombat 1. Can I stop seeing people say they want to see John Wick? I'm sorry. I was never a fan of the idea, and I'm kind of glad it got shot down. I love Keanu, and knowing that he just never wanted to be fatality and stuff, and people still just looking past that and being like, John Wick, when Keanu himself does not want to do it. I was offended for Keanu, so Keanu will not be in Mortal Kombat 1. Boon did an interview with the guys over at BBC Newsbeat where he was pretty much asked about the current status and state of the horrible Nintendo Switch ports of MK1. If you missed my video from late last night, click the card on the screen right now where I react to some Switch gameplay, and it looks like this. It does not look good, but according to Boon, he promised to fix the Switch version via a patch update. But I don't know if any type of patch update can fix the hardware itself. But you can see it there. Boon has promised to fix the Switch version of Mortal Kombat 1. We'll see how that ages, probably like some spoiled milk. And last but certainly not least, probably the biggest bombshell of today is from the same interview via BBC, which I guess just happened over the last 24 hours when people were dragging this game on the Switch by the coals. Is that even an expression, by the coals? I think that's an expression, I think. Have I heard that before? By the coals? Dragging by the coals. Dragging by the coals. It is an expression. I looked it up. Boon was asked about the rumors of Ghostface being in Mortal Kombat 1 because of a recent data mine that we've covered here on the channel, which seems to consist of some of the Combat Pack 2 and potentially even the Combat Pack 3. So they asked Boon straight up about the data mines that all but confirm Ghostface will probably be a guest character in Mortal Kombat 1, and his response is, they're setting seeds up right now that we may or may not see down the line later in like a year. So he didn't deny it, didn't shoot it down, just said that, well, you won't find out for a year at least. So with that said, we're about to cover everything of note that Ed Boon has been up to in regards to statements about, like I mentioned, John Wick, the Switch version, and the leak for the Combat Pack 2 and 3. If you're excited for that, take a second, drop a like on the video. And with that said, let's see exactly what the man himself had to say about the Switch ports. Alright, you know you fucked up when the BBC News is covering this. Here's the article. It says, Mortal Kombat 1, Nintendo Switch version will be fixed, says boss. Now it goes on to say this right here. Fans have been posting side-by-side comparisons showing the gulf in graphics and criticizing the game's overall performance. Again, we did that late last night. Go watch the video. Series creator Ed Boon tells BBC Newsbeat the hybrid consoles version will absolutely be getting an update. Absolutely. Boon says, and a number of the concerns of the issues that had come up will absolutely be addressed. It would have been ideal for us to have released the version that we absolutely wanted, but anything that we're finding a problem with is on our list and is going to be fixed. I don't know how they're going to just give us a patch update which somehow unlocks like 1,000 gigabytes of RAM. Boon goes on to say, anything that we see that is not acceptable will absolutely be addressed. Nothing more and essentially nothing less. Now, near the end of this article, they do ask him about the leak that happened. They say, Mortal Kombat's characters are one of its standout features, and fans think they may have found hints about upcoming special guests in the latest game's files. One of the names floated is Ghostface from Scream movies. When Newsbeat asked Ed about this, he says, we'll have to wait and see. This is the quote from Boon about the leaks, guys. The only response we got from Boon so far after we data mined everything. We always have seeds that are being planted that might not pop up until a year later, he says, but adds that a lot of time and research goes into these. That is his response. And again, to the BBC. The fucking BBC was covering the broken Switch port. That's how you know that you're selling a product that you probably shouldn't have on the shelves. So, yeah. Again, they're going to address these issues. Invasion mode is still not even fully on there. It's just the first tutorial stage, Johnny Cage's mansion. At least they're being open and honest finally, but I wish they could have had this same energy before the game was being picked up by people who hadn't seen gameplay until they picked up their copy at their retailer of choice. I think that was kind of scummy, but them saying they're going to fix all the issues, I don't know how you fix something like graphics loading in and frame rates and loading times. Like, literally, guys, it takes like 28 seconds to finish the clash sequence with the intro dialogue. You have the characters sitting there fighting each other like this, like, for like 30 seconds. In all modes, including invasions, they're like this, not saying a word. You have to wait 30 seconds, and then the game loads in, and half the background is missing, and you're playing Clay Fighter in 2023. So, whatever. Fuck it. It is what it is. Like I mentioned in another interview with the Rolling Stone, Boon was also asked about guest characters, and apparently John Wick was considered for Mortal Kombat 1, MK Uno. I'll be citing comicbook.com because the article for Rolling Stone, go figure, is hidden behind a paywall, which we're not paying for. But, Ed Boon highlighted how he attempted to work the legendary Keanu Reeves' character into the title. I could certainly see the John Wicks of the world. As a matter of fact, that is one of the ones we tried to get, John Wick in Mortal Kombat, and we didn't get it. Now, again, if you guys have been following the channel for a few years now, you know that Ed Boon's been very vocal about wanting to see Keanu Reeves' John Wick as a guest character in MK1, but it's probably not going to happen. And Keanu's been asked about this himself, and he just is not a fan of the idea. But for some reason, they keep trying. It's like, for some reason, they think that if they ask Keanu Reeves a million times, he's going to be okay with getting decapitated, which he clearly is not. But they're going to keep asking. But I'm hoping with it being confirmed that he is not going to be in the game as of now, then people can just stop asking for it, because I just think it's so disrespectful to keep pressuring Keanu, who's such a nice guy, to be part of something he wants nothing to do with. Forever, whatever personal reason it is, he has his own valid reason for that. So can we just please stop begging him to be part of the franchise? Can we stop? Can we chill? We got Megan Fox and her amazing voice acting. And she was definitely not a marketing ploy. In the exact same interview, Boon can also be quoted by saying that he wanted every fighter in the Mortal Kombat 1 roster to be played by a famous actor, and in particular, he wanted Keanu Reeves as Kenshi, which I think is probably the better option than just John Wick. John Wick is just so random. Like, the player likeness, you know, for Kenshi, I could see, but John Wick, I just can't get behind that. The likeness, I can, you know, because you still have Kenshi. But John Wick, I don't know, man. For me, it just never made sense. Just my personal opinion, don't kill me over it. Boon can be quoted by saying, one of the things that I entertain with this game, what if we made a game that had an actor, a famous recognizable actor, play every character? It's clearly more a pie-in-the-sky idea than something that would ever have been possible. Boon alludes to how expensive it would be, and how few actors would want to spend the time needed in a recording studio, lamenting that there are hundreds of lines of dialogue that they have to read. A lot of actors don't realize just how sophisticated video games are. But it's interesting and a little odd to find out that this would be Boon's dream for the series. I think it would be cool, but again, you gotta make sure you get the right actors. Not Natara by Megan Fox times 20, please. Because in that case, I would not be able to play without it being muted. I'm keeping it real. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. Apparently, the Switch issues will be fixed in a patch which is dropping. Who knows? They didn't tell us. Keanu Reeves as John Wick is not dropping into the Mortal Kombat 1 sphere universe planet. It's not happening. But Keanu Reeves as Kenshi was an idea that was floated around. And of course, Ed Boon's response to the Datamine leak, which mentioned that Ghostface would be dropping also in the near future as part of the Combat Pack 2 or 3 DLC. Planting the seeds. Again, you guys do know this by now. We've already seen how, like, the game files are always, you know, it's a taste of things to come, but firsthand, we saw how Ash Williams, right? Day 1 MK11 launch, Ash found the game files. We're all excited. The chainsaw sound effect at the end of the Shang Tsung gameplay reveal trailer back in Mortal Kombat 11, and then because of legal issues, eventually plans fall through and we don't get Ash and he gets replaced by the Joker. So, you know, things are always subject to change. Just because Ghostface is currently in the games files does not mean that it's going to happen 110%. Cross your fingers, but it's kind of in the plans right now. We'll see if it comes to fruition. But guys, that's all I got for y'all today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, take a second, drop a like on it. Of course, subscribe for some more MK1 content like this on the channel. Until next time, been your host, Boon Dynasty. Guys, please take care, stay safe. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Living on a crack, but I'm not superstitious. Count all these racks.